Hi there. Okay, I'm going to do a little mini review of the Insta360 One here. You can see, just got this recently and tested it out. I wanted to know if it would be a good action camera. I'd seen obviously a lot of news on the Rilo camera and can't really get the Rilo in the UK so far. I can get this one pretty easily, get a little bit of a discount, not much, and I thought I'd give it a go. So far it's been pretty amazing in terms of stabilisation in particular. So if you're thinking of an action cam for mountain biking, which is what I was thinking about, this is, yeah, pretty fantastic. Pretty robust. I've had a few falls, but the camera's unscratched. I don't know if I've been lucky or it's just quite robust. It seems okay. So there is an open port at the back here. You can see where this particular model is enabled with a lightning port, and that plugs into your phone and you load the footage straight into your phone very quickly. Now I've got a 6 Plus, so the footage does not go full 4K on the 6 Plus, which is something I found out on another review, but that took some digging because there is not much information on this camera on the web. In terms of support documents, there's not much of that either. If you're looking for stuff, hopefully this review will be useful. Use in mountain biking, video quality, and support, ease of use, other information. So use as an action camera. Number one, very good. Stabilization is 6-axis stabilization, so you know you can pop it on most parts of you and you get a very, very stable shot. And you can either run 360 out the other end and look at any angle and look in VR, or you can run it out 16:9, which is what I've done quite a few times, and you get a very stable looking shot. Video quality is okay on the other end of it. So it's not, I would say, super smashing great, but it's very difficult to tell because I'm loading it up to YouTube, so it's getting a bit compressed. In good light levels, it performs really admirably. 24 megapixel sensor. It crops it down when you go from the full 360 down to 16:9. You can pick multiple camera angles, but as an action camera, it is pretty good. Sound quality is absolutely terrible, and the first one I got definitely had an issue. I looked at it, listened to it, and it had lots of digital distortion in, took it back, exchanged it, and this one seems fine, although again the microphone is just flush in here. You can see the two holes there. The wind noise across the top of this is like somebody playing really horrendously on a flute, as a friend said after watching one of the videos. You can find usable sound in sort of day-to-day scenarios where you're just holding it, maybe at a festival, watching a band, something, you know, not too windy, not too action-oriented. As soon as you get to action cam level, this becomes horrendous and pretty unusable. So I bought a microphone separately. The only thing about using this camera is for vlogging and mountain biking at the same time, it's pretty ropey. Simple one-touch button activation. It's not editable, which is a bit of a disappointment. So you've got standard 2-click to set it recording video. 1 click will give you a photo. There is no battery indicator. It says approximately 70 minutes, 70, and yeah, your guess is as good as mine when that lasts, because there's no beeps to indicate the battery's going. Yeah, it just stops. So you've got to guesstimate how much footage you've currently shot. Tripod mount, you need a GoPro adapter to run on your helmet. As an action camera, it's not sealed necessarily, so it's not necessarily going to be waterproof. There are waterproof cases sold separately. I bought one. I'll shoot some footage separately. We'll take a look at how that goes. Micro USB to charge and then download your video files off here. You can stream live straight off the camera as long as it's plugged into an iPad or an iPhone. Okay, so video quality, yeah, pretty good. Sound quality, terrible. Versatility, utility, excellent. Should be able to choose camera angles after the fact. The editing software is really sweet and quick on the phone or the iPad. You can create edit points and camera angles on the fly as you go, either using a device to just rotate the device, and where you look is where your angle is, and it records that. So it's keyframing, basically keyframing technology. The support pages consist of FAQ, so I don't know whether the company just doesn't know what it needs yet. Some firmware updates to the software would be good to change, you know, the click settings on the button, because I'd like to customize it. The first thing I wanted to do is I just wanted one-click video because I don't really shoot photos. I kind of guess why they've done it. You know, 2 clicks, you might guess an unstable shot, maybe. Okay, but I want to customize it because I'm only ever going to shoot video, but the app won't currently allow you to do that. This is the front of the camera. So even though it made sense to me that the front of the camera would have the name on it, it doesn't. The front of the camera is this. So when you start the camera up, have that facing forward if you want it to direction lock for wherever this points and faces. You can do 60 frames per second at 2.5K and 30 frames per second at 4K resolution. I've got some video shot, we'll take a look at that. The two differences, the light levels were fairly low. It was about 7:15 at night in the UK in July, so the light meter I downloaded onto my phone, and it's averaging about 5,000 lumens, 4,000 to 5,000 lumens, peaking up at about 9,000 to 10,000 lumens. Not massively bright, so reset the settings back to 4K, 30 frames per second with the camera, averaging again about 4,000 lumens, running up to about 7,000, but the averaging 4,000. So similar light levels. I'm just going to return on the run. For this, the Insta360, we've got around 4,000 lumens average at the moment, shooting at 60 frames per second at 2.5K. Slightly different from most action cameras, you can easily bonk your head, but placement should be a little bit better for a lot of people. I've noticed a few other channels are using it on handlebars for mountain biking and taking some very odd shots with it there. So how would I rate it? Very, very good. I'd give it 7 out of 10. It's let down a little bit, possibly by the audio more than anything else. If you're having to add in another microphone, something else to carry when you're doing sports, it's not ideal. That is a review of the Insta360 One. Comes with accessories if you buy it from the Apple Store. You've got a kind of mini tripod, you've got the bullet time handle, you've got a selfie stick, and that works pretty well. It's a good bundle. I've done bullet time a couple of times, and yeah, it's pretty good fun. You can see on their website what that looks like, essentially the matrix kind of reference. It's brilliant for multiple camera angles. You set it up and you can shoot a piece of action from whichever direction you want. So going past the camera on a bike, it's incredible because you see the approach, jump over the camera or zoom by it, and then you can pan and track the rider and the person as if you've got a camera crew there, and you can do all that in post, which is brilliant. Check out a few of the videos that I've made using it and you'll get a better idea. I'm sorry I've skipped around in this review. I might try and tidy it up.